Welcome to the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, the gang levels up, and Hap finally learns a bit about her ancestry. So first, let's talk about leveling up. If you two are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, we have a very, very helpful hint this week, and that is additional lore. That is one of the best feats you can take in this game, believe it or not, especially if you want to know about something. So the nice thing about additional lore is that it automatically increases its proficiency as you level up, which means once you take the feat and you take additional lore, it will just get better and better and better. You don't need to do anything. That is the problem if you take a background and a lore within that background when you first build your character, is that lore will not level up. It just sort of stays the same. So the trick is, if you take a background and you're like, oh, I really want that lore, don't take it. Actually, it's kind of strange. Don't take that lore unless you just want to have it around and you're never going to get really good at it. If you really want to get good at a specific lore and just become a master at it, additional lore feat is the way to go. Now, to some people, additional lore might seem like a waste, but I'll tell you, if you're in an adventure path, especially if you're in an adventure path with one specific god or type of monster or topic, taking additional lore on that specific topic is going to really help you out in the long run. It's definitely worth it. So, for example, if you notice, there's going to be a fair amount of Aerodin in this adventure path. So, some people are starting to wake up and figure, you know what? Maybe we should learn a little bit more about Aerodin and his history and the past, and they'll probably help out a huge amount in this adventure path. So, poof, you take some additional lore, and then whenever they're stuck or they want to know something, they can just roll it and figure it out, as opposed to, well, not. So, there you go. The other thing I wanted to talk about is a very strange occurrence that I have only seen a handful of times in my life, and that is certain PCs like it when the GM helps them build their characters, or even better yet, the GM secretly builds and changes their character without the PC even knowing what the heck to expect. Now, I've only encountered 2 people in all my years that seem to like this, and one thing I've noticed is that this seems to adhere to certain people, not necessarily characters, and that's Bob Marquis, who did this twice, by the way, and now Lauren Sieg from, this show. So Bob Marquis, if anyone listens to the original Dead Sons Adventure Path, he's one of my longtime players, and he has done this more than once in the past where he creates a character with almost no background or like a weird background. He either adapts and changes the build of the character based on the adventure path, or he lets me do it. Now, this is a bit of a spoiler, but it happens really early in the adventure. Something happens to Bob's character in Dead Sons, where basically I kind of take over the development and building of his character, and he has no idea what to expect. And he and I, whenever he would level up, we would talk and figure out kind of how his character should level up and change, and it really was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun for him and a lot of fun for me. So now this is not extremely common. You might play your entire career as a GM and never have a PC come to you and say, hey, can you build my character for me or help me build my character? But if you're playing an adventure path or something where your character is going to develop over a very long period of time, I find this is actually not super common, but not rare either. As I said, 2 people have done it. Now, the other person is obviously Lauren, and Lauren has given me the power. Well, she's gone one step further. She just told me kind of what she wanted her character to become, and then she just said, okay, Steve, you just do it. and don't even tell me what you're going to do. Just do it. And that is actually a lot of pressure on me, because I was like, okay, usually I kind of do this with the PC, and I've done it a little bit with Lauren, but she's just like, just do it, just figure it out. And I'm like, uh-oh, I don't want to build her character. And then it becomes this like weird game. I was sort of, I can't remember the television episode, but somebody like gave somebody a blank check. There was this guy who was like a multi-millionaire, and he gave this character a blank check and said, okay, you know what? You write a check to yourself on how much you think this is worth. And originally like, oh, okay, I'm going to write a check for like $10 million. But then like, wait a second. Wait, that's too much. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to write for $1,000. Wait, I'm going to write for $100,000. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then this becomes this whole like existential crisis where you have no idea how much to write the check for. Well, same thing happened to me. Lauren's like, okay, you just, build my character and, make things happen. And I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Do I give her a really OP thing? But then I'm realizing, oh my God, if I give her something really OP, I only have myself to blame. But then maybe I'll give her something super flavorful. But then, oh no, maybe that's a total waste, and she's going to be angry that I gave her something completely useless. So I'm continuously going back and forth between, do I give her something really useful in combat? Do I give her something really useful in role-playing? Do I give her something that's just flavorful but doesn't really come up that often? And then it becomes, again, like this whole crisis of, oh no, what do I do? Maybe I don't want to build someone's character. But luckily, I was able to come up with something with her character when she had me help her level it up that was both fun and interesting, and would annoy all the other party members whenever she did it, so I think we all had a win there. So, by the way, there is one more other way in which a GM can sort of help build a PC's character, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. I'll talk about that in the future because reasons. That's all I'm going to say. Anyhow, I would just say if you are going to be playing a long-term adventure path and you trust your GM and you want to kind of have some fun and have your character build in strange ways that'll probably adhere to the adventure path itself and sort of have the character build into the adventure path's main story, have the GM either help you directly or indirectly whenever you're building your character. I find it really is helpful, especially for long adventure paths and long stories. That way your character isn't just, being built in a vacuum and you have no idea, oh great, I'm building this great fighter, but, you're fighting everything underwater, and your fighter stinks at fighting things underwater. But, if the GM is helping you out, they can say, you know what, I really think this would help, and this would help, and you'll have a lot more fun and more interesting combats if you build your character along these lines. So I always suggest that at least at the bare minimum, talk to your GM whenever you're leveling up or building your characters. Or if you want to go completely crazy, you can take the Lauren route and just let your GM build your character for you. So a little bit of advice for someone who's done this in the past. And with that, let's get to show notes. So a few updates on RPG Superstar. We are getting quotes for various printing presses, so we can actually, print this book up because it's a book. The other thing we've done is set up an account at Amazon, which is fun and exciting, so we can, sell the book via Amazon. We also are getting some new artwork for the super secret section. There you go, super secret section. Nobody even knows what this is, but I promise you it's going to be amazing. This is the section being written by Mark Stifer. It is awesome. It is, every time he thinks he's done, I come up with 10 new ideas, and he continuously writes it, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now we're getting the artwork in. So right now the book is 160 pages, but I have a feeling it's going to get bigger because we just keep adding more and more to the super secret section, so we'll see how big the book gets. But I will tell you, the super secret section, I've already shown it to a couple of people, and every single person said the same thing to me. They said, okay, Steve, I need you to make a new game so I can try this all out because it is awesome. And I'm like, damn it, I think it's too good. Why is it so good? But I'm very excited to try it out. So you will find out more about that as we get much, much closer. I know people want to know what's going on with this super secret section, but not until we're right about ready to launch am I really going to talk about it. And speaking about launch, as I said, The biggest and main goal is to have it ready for Gen Con, which means September 2021. It should be totally fine. The book is well ahead of schedule, so we should be able to have the book hopefully at Gen Con if you're going, and then you could just pick it up there directly, or you'll be able to order it. And again, we're trying to go on Amazon, so it's as easy as possible because, well, ordering and fulfillment on Amazon is great. This way it works pretty much anywhere in the world. It's easy to take care of for me because shipping is really difficult, I'm finding out. It's printing up the book isn't the hard part, it's the fulfillment. Holy moly, that is a pain. So one nice thing I have is John Stats is helping me out a lot because, as many of you know, he has his World of Warcraft diary book that was, one of the biggest Kickstarters in history. So he has a lot of experience on order fulfillment and printing of large, complex books. So he's been helping out throughout this whole process because he's already gone through all of this, and now I can just use his expertise to have my book printed and shipped using the information he learned when he did his book. Thank you, John. In addition, don't forget, you can check out Discord at discord.rollforcombat.com. You can play games, check out spoilers, talk to me. Sometimes I've been putting up additional images from RPG Superstar that I'm not sharing anywhere else, only in the Discord. And if you have any questions for me, well, I'm always there, so you can always talk to me. And also don't forget, do check out the Patreon. If you want to get the shows early, you can just go to patreon.rollforcombat.com. We also have fun prizes, t-shirts, you can play games with us, lots of things over there. So check that out. But with that, let's get to this week's exciting episode. Okay, where are you going?
We exit this whole thing and...
Oh, you're finally leaving? Okay.
Yeah, we're leaving,
Let's just leave and go get a nap.
Lauren Sig is playing Hap, a human fire elementalist sorcerer.
Yeah, leaving.
Let us leave.
Rob Pontius is playing Otteron, a human witch of curses.
No, you have to go back and pay back your debt, my friend.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wasn't there a door? We have to go through that door.
Well, no, there's a door, but you also have to go back
No,
to the
we can come
monastery
back.
because they wanted to study your
Yeah, that was
your
tomorrow,
gift.
though, right? I want to talk to them. I want
Well,
to go
today
see
or
them.
tomorrow, but they want you to use it. So...
Our gift? Oh, yeah. Do I still have that? Yeah.
Nope.
One of
you
us
used
does.
it.
One of us does.
You mean Aradin's gift? I still have it
Yeah.
today.
Rob Tremarco is playing Darius Varus, a half-elf monk of the mountain style.
Also, that door. Can we look through the keyhole and see if there's nothing through that door?
Which one? The one we just left?
The one in the spider tower.
We just left.
We don't want to come all the way back down here for one room that just has
Yeah, we
nothing
do.
in it.
Well, don't we still have to go downstairs past the big Aradin statue?
Vanessa Hoskins is playing Alhara Varus, a half-elf gymnast swashbuckler.
Yeah, there's more than just that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And
Well,
Otteron does not want to open any doors.
The reflection of life, Darius didn't use it, and Otteron didn't use it. Although they really wanted to study it on Hap. So we'll see if that will fly with them.
Maybe they can use it on me, right?
No, it's
Use
No, it's
what?
not
Oh,
that-
it's a personal use.
It's
Okay.
personal use, and it's given by Aradin themselves, and you... Yeah, they really wanted to study it off of you, and they
Well, I
can learn
didn't
more
know
about
that.
you.
I didn't know they
Mhm.
wanted Aradin's gift on me.
Yeah, you did. It's just
No, I
been
knew
like...
they wanted to see the gift. I didn't know
Oh,
they wanted
it's
the
like-
gift on me.
Oh, yes, they did. It's just been a month, so we all forgot it, but I took notes. Anyhow, okay, you go up. It's nighttime. It's dinner time. It's Miller time. What are you going to do?
Do you want to eat first, or are you too exhausted? Alhara, how do you feel?
What?
How do you feel?
Louder's chowder?
I was thinking Louder's Chowders. Are you guys thinking Louder's Chowders?
You want loudest chowders?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Ahara and I think, are going to go back to the circus and rest. We can eat there.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll bring you some chowder.
We'll bring you something from Larry's Lukewarms.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's
Sure.
probably best. It settles well with the stomach.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can't. There's no such thing as takeout at Hamlin's Hots. He gets mad if you ask.
Yes, I will stay with
He
Ahara.
gets mad if you ask.
Because the hot doesn't stay hot.
Yeah.
Otteron's just going to start leading Ahara away.
Okay. Hap, you want to?
She
eat?
goes not putting up any resistance and sort of not interacting with the world in general.
Yeah, let's go get some food.
Very good.
I'm exhausted. I need something to I need
Yeah.
something spicy to
You
fill
gotta
my
have
energy
something
back up.
Spicy protein, to get your fire back.
Steve, if I sit down and have like a full meal of ridiculously spicy food, can I have a first level spell back just for the flavor of it? Just for the theme of
Wow.
How many Scovilles do you have to consume?
Yeah, but I get to choose the spell.
it? Done.
You get
All
another
day.
use of talk to animals.
I literally don't care what it is. I just think it's funny.
Happy to hot pepper. Cast elemental toss again.
Yeah, but you're gonna take intestinal distress damage.
How? I am Queen Spice.
No, you're Queen Fire. There's a difference.
Right. You don't cast spicy toss.
That's right. You're not spicy. You're fiery.
I would love
Those
to
are
see a
two
Don't
different
try and
things.
talk to me about
Spice-based.
fantasy biology.
Fantasy biology is that spice and fire are like cold and fire. There you go. Or bludgeoning and slashing. Totally separate. Totally separate.
But they're both physical damage, so that means that they're the same, right?
Well, actually, no, 'cause one's elemental and one's physical. The spicy's physical. The fire is elemental.
Don't make me talk to y'all about pain receptors, okay?
No, this isn't pain. It's all mental. Anyhow, you guys go to Hamlin's Hots, Larry's Lukewarms, Chowder's Louders.
We're Louder Chowder.
Whatever. You guys get your foods.
Yep.
All done.
We go back to the circus.
Lots of spice. Are you going to go
No, we
back?
have to go to the temple and,
Are you
and
going
cast
back
a
to
So
spell.
temple first
Yeah.
today? Okay.
Okay, go back to the temple. Who's going?
I can always cast a spell for them
Myself.
tomorrow too.
Myself
It's just
and
the
Hap.
two of us.
Oh, okay. Gibbs going to go back with them to the...
Can okay, that thing needs to just die.
Wait, no. She's with me. She's a toad.
It's the most annoying thing.
I buy the hat. I buy a small cowboy hat, and it's pink.
All right, I
Oh
like it
my
now.
God.
That's fine.
She's like, this is what a hat feels like? Oh, it's weird. I like it.
I don't know why, but I only like it when it's wearing hats.
Yep, I have the perfect picture. I'm going to post it in like 2 seconds.
All right, so we go to the temple.
Okay, you go to the temple, and sure enough, there's your favorite 3 people, Henry, Hendrik, and Ulrich. They're like, oh, Hap, we've been so excited. We've been waiting all day to see you cast the reflection of life, because we made some progress. We did, but we need to see you cast reflection for us to confirm our findings.
Well, just like I said, if we didn't use it, we would cast it. And Darius can still cast it for you. But I
That's
can come back in
great.
the morning, and
That's
I can
great.
cast it for you tomorrow.
That's great. Need to see it on you.
Tomorrow, then.
Okay. They look like they're really mad at you. Passive aggressively going, great, that's great.
Would you have
Excellent.
rather me have just died?
Well, it would have made it easier. They're like actually discussing it for a little. Say, you know what the autopsy? They're like, yeah, speak with dead. You know, we did have. They're like thinking about it like seriously. They're like, well, I don't think we would have preferred you die, but it might have made our jobs a little easier. In fact,
Darius,
how
let's
would
just go.
you
Darius, let's
like
just leave.
it
They don't
if
wanna see you
we
cast it.
Kill you.
Okay.
And then
now we're done. Goodbye,
do what
gentlemen.
we need to do,
Me
and
and
then
Darius
cast
just leave.
raise dead on
We just
you.
slowly
It
close the
won't
door as I
be
stare
that
at them,
bad. I
Yeah, they're
promise.
just talking to themselves now.
shaking my head and closing the door.
Yeah, we left. We just leave.
Oh man, it was a good thought experiment they had going there.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe.
Okay.
In Nazi Germany,
Hmm.
we don't treat people like that.
Well, they can bring it back to life. This is a world of magic and fantasy. What's death? It's a 10-minute timeout. That's all. Okay. Alhara,
What's death?
Alateron.
Just a 10-minute timeout. That should be on the back of the GM T-shirt.
Yeah.
For RSC.
Mhm.
Well, is there anything you wish to identify or do anything with?
The
Identify all the things.
spectacles and the stick candy for magic.
Well, the stick candy... Sorry, the spectacles just appear to be broken spectacles.
Okay.
And that's it. The stick candy and the feather token definitely have magic on them.
The stick candy is the feather token.
No, they're 2 totally different things.
Oh, I thought it was multicolored stick candy that ended with a snake head of stone.
It does.
Oh.
And a feather token. 2 separate items.
Oh.
Are we gonna talk about the fact that Alhara just like almost died. Like the most almost death of all the almost deaths.
We all almost die.
Which one do you want to do?
Stick candy first.
Okay. Stick candy. Okay, you know what this is. This is pretty cool. This is a rare thing, a rare wondrous figure. It's called a candy constrictor. It looks like a piece of stick candy, but actually when you activate it, it becomes a rainbow striped ball python, except it lacks stealth skills. And you can use it once per day, and it can remain in snake form for up to 20 minutes.
Day. I thought this was
Nice.
going to be a consumable. Wow.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
And the ball python, I mean, it's only a level 1 creature, but you never know.
Oh, you know who would love this? Wait, I'm not here. Am I here?
Nope.
No, I can
I
say
guess-
you're here. I mean, it depends. It's whenever Altron decides to do it. Sorry,
Yeah.
whenever Altron decides to do, they can do it with them, or they can talk about it later.
Yeah, I figured we would talk at some point, especially with everything that happened. So
Eliza would love this.
It's also worth 140 gold pieces.
Yes, but
Mm.
Eliza would love it.
She would love it as we sold it.
Up to you. And then the feather token, that one's a little easier because you actually know feather tokens. You're like, there's as many feather tokens as there are stars in the sky. Let's see what this one is. This is a weird one. This is the tree feather token. And when you activate it inside a unoccupied patch of earth or soil, it turns into an oak tree, 60 feet tall, 5 foot wide trunk,
Ooh.
and continues to live and grow.
Just makes a tree.
Just makes a tree.
nice. Okay,
It does have to be in earth or soil. That's the one thing.
gotcha. So Atron would say, and this one makes a tree if we need it, but I do not know where it would be useful necessarily, especially if we are searching underground chambers. But it has to be in soil. I do not know that either of you would want it, so I think we prepare to sell it.
I mean, it's such a strange item.
Yeah, just in case, I will wait
Well,
until we are
how
finished
fast
down
does
there.
it take the tree to come up?
It's instantaneous.
Instantaneous. It
2
makes a
seconds.
giant tree.
I mean, that seems pretty
It
useful.
sounds like we could just put a tree anywhere we want.
How many actions does it take? Can we ready it as an action?
One action.
Yeah, you can ready it as an action. When he
Boom,
charges me, I hit him with a tree. You see what I'm saying? We gotta keep that.
Oof.
Yeah. If there's a narrow passage, you can block it with a tree. If you have to climb up somewhere, you can make a tree grow that you can easily climb. Like, I don't know. There's a
Ooh.
lot of uses for it.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
the tree.
I'm feeling
I
good
love
about
that
the tree.
item. It's so weird. I love it.
You
Tree
just
to
need to
nowhere.
keep it. Yeah, you just need to keep it in your back pocket. It's like, can I use a tree in this instance?
Right.
And
Before every
sometimes
round
the
of
answer is
combat.
Yes.
It's 60 feet tall, too. It's,
Yeah.
Oh my
it's not
God,
a
it's a huge
small
tree.
tree.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
pretty
Will it
tall.
big tree.
explode out of roofs? Or does it need to have the space to do it?
It'll explode out of the room.
Oh,
if
we
it
could
can.
really F up some bad guys with this tree.
I think I also want to talk about how we proceed. We took yet another risk, and it was not worth it. I do not. We need better guidelines about what we are going to do there. That was too close. That was too close.
We always do this too close.
Yes. So
Not to say that that's the best way.
I think from now on we do not go that extra step. If we can retreat and rest, we do so.
If you can convince Alhara to stop, more power to you.
Yeah, look, we were all worried about Alhara, but, we can't force her to be safe just because we worry about her. Alhara, you're here. What do you have to say?
Yes, Alhara, I want to listen to you and do as you wish because I care, but I also do not want to jeopardize you because of that. So, maybe we need just everyone to agree before we continue. Can we agree there?
Wait, what are we agreeing on?
If we don't all agree to continue on, then we do not.
It must be a unanimous decision to continue
Yes.
forward.
Oh, okay, I see.
I think that's fair.
That's fine. We'll see how it goes. Play it by ear, right?
Sometimes we're forced to fight, but if we have a choice and we all agree, we can still go.
Yes, if we all agree. Is that okay, Alhara?
What? Whatever.
Maybe Alhara will be in a better position to answer tomorrow morning. She's been through a lot. And
Yeah, and she'll be level 7 tomorrow. Her perception will be clearer.
Do the conditions leave pretty quickly, or
They're all
is it
gone.
like lingering?
Those are gone. Those are gone.
Okay.
But not the emotional scars.
Right. I understand. Yeah, we can talk more about it tomorrow then. So Otteron will drop it and wait till tomorrow.
I mean, Bardoff looks so ferocious. His picture makes me scared.
yeah, I know.
But if you actually know who he is, you're like, man, he's just a big cuddly buddy.
Okay. So, I'll say you have another raucous night of partying.
We do.
And, yeah. And as you show up, the Quasit is the hit of the place with its little hat. They're like, oh, where'd your friend come from? He's so cute. Look at that little hat. Just like Mr. Tickles and Bardoff.
All of our
And
animals must have
Axel.
hats. They all
Everyone
have to have hats.
has a hat.
Everyone,
And Eliza.
Correct.
Everyone has a hat. That is funny. Okay. Everyone goes to sleep, wakes up, and you are way more powerful as you feel faster, stronger, better than ever as level 7. Level 7. That's a big level, I noticed as I was entering in everyone's statistics and stats.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Bam!
People are starting to become masters of things. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm a master of dancing. What?
Whoa. Dancing with the hap?
That's right.
Dances with wolves.
Dances with wolves?
Oh, that's literal.
Oh,
Thank you.
no.
Good night.
Get out of here.
Gibzib hears that and goes, oh, I can become a wolf. Look, we're twins. Hi, Riley. Look. Hello.
Is she as massive of a wolf or just a regular?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Change the
But
size
Riley's
and everything.
an extra big wolf.
Well, she's not as big
That's
as
what I mean.
Riley.
Yeah.
But she smells Riley's
Oh, well
butt,
done.
and she's like, they're smelling each other's butts, and Riley seems to be wagging his tail.
They both approve.
Riley,
Female
step away
wolf.
from her. I don't want any bad influences in your life.
Sure, as you have.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
I'm a good influence. Hap is wholesome.
Yeah,
as
you
can
take
be.
your animal into danger every day.
Don't. Do not.
But Riley's a superhero, so it's recommended that you do. Like the rest of us. She's one of us now. Sacrificing herself and her wolfiness to save Alhara. How do you feel, Alhara?
This is the next morning.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's the next morning. Everyone's level 7.
Whee!
As we normally do, you can either tell me about your level 7s so the audience can hear, or we could just go right in and you can figure it out. As also, I know a lot of people start getting some really scary things because when you go from trained to expert to master is master blaster level. Like you really, really get good at stuff. It's not just
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm like ridiculously good. And level 4 spells, which is the scary level. Like those are the spells that really start really messing things up.
Yeah, like heal +3. Watch out.
Nice.
Hey, Alhara, why aren't you lifting your weights?
Doesn't matter. It's a ridiculous exercise. You all have said so.
We bought you new weights. Happy for your birthday.
It is
I
not
know.
ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
I'll work out tomorrow or something. I'm sure there's plenty of other things to do around here.
No, it is not ridiculous. I do not want you to stop doing things because of one bad attack. I just want to be more careful so none of us get hurt, yourself included.
I know, but I was always taught that if I pushed myself to my limits, if I tried as hard as I could, that I would succeed. That's what it's all about, is pushing yourself into becoming a better version of yourself. And yesterday, I pushed myself almost to death.
But you
And
succeeded. You're here.
Only because of all of you
Correct.
doing everything you could to keep me alive. I didn't do it. That wasn't me keeping me alive. That was all of you. And I appreciate it. Don't think I don't. I just
Why is that a bad thing to have help from your family?
Because that's not what Kyrgyz is about. And You live your
Well,
life
this-
hearing that
this-
you're supposed to be one way, and
I don't think that's.
I get it, Alhara. I get it.
I mean,
I think.
cooperation is important and all that, sure, but I just
teamwork.
I felt so helpless.
Well,
And like I
maybe.
said, we beat one of these spiders, no problem. Two of them should have been easy at this point. We've all trained and we've all done great things and become quite competent at the circus and combat, like in life. Like we're doing great. And two of those spiders, like, they ripped
And
me
whatever
apart.
was in that corpse, those
Oh, yeah,
crystals
those
were
crystal
dangerous.
Yeah,
that
I just
was
feel
A
foolish.
trap.
I mean, don't feel foolish.
Mistress Dustlight clearly prepared this.
Maybe I just
Maybe you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Hear me out. Hear me out. I don't mean by throwing your face into danger all the time. Maybe you have to push yourself to learn temperance and patience. Maybe you have to push yourself to acknowledge those limits, you know?
Part of recklessness is not. I don't know if Kyrgyz's writings or teachings encourage recklessness, but they certainly encourage knowing yourself and knowing your limits.
Alhara pulls out a book called The Rules by the prophet Hoyle.
It's called the rules.
Yeah, according to Hoyle.
According to Hoyle.
obviously.
What's the Hoyle reference? I'm missing something.
There's a actual deck of cards in real life, and a rule book by a guy from the 1800s, 1700s. I don't
Something like
remember.
that, yeah.
Where he wrote a book of card games.
Of card games.
Card games.
Yeah.
And so you say, well, that's not quite according to Hoyle.
I said that was according to Hoyle.
That's so clever. I knew Hoyle made cards. I feel like you can
Yes.
buy Hoyle cards.
It's
Yes,
I
you
knew
actually
can.
less
that.
clever now that we've explained it, but that's okay.
Oh
But
no!
anyway, so
But now I
Laura
get
needs
it.
to know.
So
Edit
she
it
pulls
out.
out the book. No, that's fine. She pulls out the book. She's flipping through. She's like, yeah, there's a lot about cooperation, and I understand. I just
Teamwork, I think, is encouraged, and we acted like a team. You did an amazing job. You crushed one to death. We did it together, like we usually do.
yeah.
Then-
I know.
You were pumped so full of poisons. No lesser being would still be alive.
Plus, they jumped out of another dimension. How are you
Yeah.
going to prepare for that?
I don't know about another
Mhm.
dimension, but that's poison from another dimension.
Dimensional poison, if you
It
will.
wasn't
Yeah.
dimensional fire. It was dimensional poison.
What matters is that you are prepared to face a challenge, and then you try to, and then you learn from it. But it's important that you will survive for the next challenge. It
I know,
is
but
okay to be hurt.
I've had close calls before, and they were close. It was like a competition, seconds left to go, and you get that last goal sort of competition. But life and death. That was so much more exciting. Like, and
There certainly was life and death, and
I
you.
didn't mean to be reckless, but it just, I don't know. It just seemed like the thing to do. Like I don't know, going back and sleeping and whatever just seemed boring. But it was obviously the smarter choice, and I almost got myself killed over it. And it was as close as if it's ever been. And
None of us
I just
stopped
don't
you.
know.
We all decided we would probably be okay, but I think we have to learn, especially in those circumstances where someone has already raised concern, like Hap did, that maybe we do not try.
All right,
We are safer, more careful.
Okay.
That does not mean I want you to stop pushing us, because if I am making us want to stop, someone also needs to keep us going.
I would have stopped adventuring if it wasn't for you. I'd so much rather just be performing and making people happy.
Okay. I'll think about what you said, and maybe I'll just read on it. And Alhara closes the book and sort of pats the cover.
I'm
And
going to
this-
feed you some breakfast.
You can go to the temple gym and seek some guidance.
At the same token, I have learned new spells, and I can only assume that is from all our adventures down below in Eridan's temple. So, we are learning, we just want to have measured challenges. If we are dead, we will have no more challenges.
Alhar, I have an idea. I think a note would help. I need to go to the temple this morning, preferably as soon as possible, because those
Okay.
old men need to see me cast a spell, but more importantly, they might have secrets of my family.
I think we should buy more antidotes as well.
I'm talking to
Absolutely.
Alhara right now, and I think we should just go together, just the two of us, because somebody
Okay.
has to protect me when I go, and maybe it could just be the two of us, and we could have a day of it.
Okay. And yeah, I'll buy more antidotes and some of those elixirs of life. Those are handy, and I'll buy some of those when we're in town. And I'll go talk to the refs at the temple and see what they have to say about this.
Yeah. Well, yes, I will be going into town in order to buy these things. You do not have to.
No, I want to. It's good advice. Thank you. Thank you all for being there. This has been really hard.
Well, hurry up and finish your breakfast. I want to get to lunch.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't have to eat.
I'm making it canon that because of all her fire in her blood, Hap's metabolism is just ridiculously strong, and she just has to eat an insane amount of food. Not in one sitting, but just like constant trickle of food.
All right. Yeah. Well, you can have my breakfast, and let's just we can go into town now. We'll see you later.
Oh, you can help me pick out some jewelry. I was thinking about getting a necklace, and then we can go get.
Okay.
Atron looks a little confused standing there.
Let's go into town and buy some more potions and whatnot.
Yes, okay.
If that's what you want to do, I'm ready to go.
Yes. At least antidotes, I guess Alhara will buy an elixir.
We'll buy them because they don't go bad in our group because they're not sticking around long enough.
Right.
Before you go into town, do you want to go through any of your level 7
Yeah.
characters, whatever you're comfortable with, just so the
Sure.
audience can hear
Oh,
how
yeah.
much stronger and more powerful and cool that you
And
are?
cool.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Alhara had an impressive level. Just a crazy amount of things that swashbucklers get at level 7. So first off, she gets evasion, which is pretty cool. So her reflex save is now master. And if she succeeds at a basic reflex save, she automatically gets a critical success. Whoops, out of the way.
Cheating!
It's-
That sounds pretty good.
It's so good. Let's see what else. I got a general feat. So with my general feat, I took Ancestral Paragon, which gives me another ancestry feat. And I actually chose a first level ancestry feat because it's really good, and I think would actually have helped me in this fight. So it's kind of perfect.
I mean, it
I
has to
pick-
be a first level ancestry feat.
Oh, it has to be first level? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's still a good one. It's Elven Verve. So it's another elf feat. And this one gives a +1 circumstance bonus against effects that would impose immobilize, paralyze, or slow, which that one
Ooh.
poison did. So it's pretty good. And if I would be immobilized, paralyzed, or slow for at least 2 rounds, I reduce the duration by 1 round.
That's awesome.
It's a really good feat. It's a really good, especially because as mobile as she is. So I picked that up. Let's see what else we get. I
Would
got
that
a
reduce
skill.
the duration of the poison? Like the poison now lasts 1 round less?
I don't know. What do you think, Steven?
Does it say effects
I
that
don't know.
cause
I gotta look it up.
give you +1?
It specifically says when you would be immobilized, paralyzed, or slow
Okay.
for at least 2 rounds, reduce the duration by 1 round. So
Oh, I see.
but I think with a poison, it's like you're at this stage, and for
Yeah.
the duration. So
It's a
if it
little
said like
different.
for a minute you were
Yeah.
slowed, she
I
might
don't
be
think it
only
would
slowed
count.
for
No,
9
it doesn't
rounds or
count.
something.
Well, because you don't even know what it. Because there is the duration is actually only like for poisons. The way it works is the duration is usually 1 round,
right,
and then
so it
you
wouldn't
roll
affect that.
again. So it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Now I could see it work that if you get a poison, because some poisons actually do go 2 or 3 rounds, and I can
Mhm.
say that it would affect that. I think
Mhm.
that would work. So
That's interesting.
yeah, I think it would work for poisons that go more than 1 round.
That only check every few rounds or something.
Yeah, exactly. That would work.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Speaking
So-
of ancestors... Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't done.
I got like 18 things. I got so many things this level. I got a skill increase, so I'm now a master of athletics. So I'm going to be tripping and pushing people all over the place. I got stylish trick, which is a cool swashbuckler thing where I get a bonus skill feat. So for that, I ended up picking up wall jump. So I can literally jump up, grab a wall, and anime jump off of it somewhere else, which is pretty cool. Let's see. I got so many things. The vivacious speed, so my speed increase when I have panache is higher. Like it was just such a potent level. And weapon specialization. So get ready for some even bigger damage from Alhara.
Weapon specialist is so good.
No, it's for all the weapons I'm trained in. I get specialization.
What?
So that's
Yeah.
two more points of damage with unarmed strikes and bow staff. It's all of them. It's so
Marshals
good.
are so good in this edition. They're so good.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then the thing is, with athletics being master and having assurance, my assurance DC is now 23. So if I'm at that third attack and not sure what to do, I can do a combat maneuver that uses athletics and just be like, and I got a 23.
That's beautiful.
It's so good.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did check that with Paizo, and they did say that you were correct, that there are no negatives.
Mhm.
Assurance.
It's so good.
That's
I
okay.
checked with Luis, and he was like, "You need to quit asking me. You always know this stuff."
Well, I still wanted to check. But of all the items you got, you missed the best one of all.
What?
You are now a master at circus lore.
Oh,
Oh yeah, my circus lore also got up to master because of the additional lore feat. Yeah.
That's one of the weird things. If you take additional lore as a feat, your feats get really high. They automatically go up.
Yep.
Yeah.
As opposed to your regular one that you get with your background. So
Right.
it's a really good feat to take in retrospect. I was
Yep.
like, damn, that's
Yeah.
really powerful.
Yeah, if you want to be the expert at something, don't plan on your background giving it to you. Like, take additional lore, because then you're just always going to be the absolute
Yeah.
best that you can be at that lore skill.
Otteron now has a plus 17 Eridan lore because of it.
I kind of want
That's
to take
so
additional
crazy.
lore to retake my background lore. Like, I just want to know everything about the animals.
Okay, well, that was one character down.
Told you it was a lot.
I told you, level 7 is a lot of stuff.
It's a
Yar.
lot of stuff.
It's a lot. Who's
So
next?
level 7 was interesting for Hap, but I feel like every other level is interesting for her. Level 4 spells means more heals. Searing Light at +1 because we've been running into demons and undead a lot. So let's just nuke them from orbit, right? And freedom of movement. But the two more important things, these are the two things that are actually interesting here. Expert spellcasting. So from level 6 to 7, my spellcasting, like 2 hits and DCs go up by 3 points. Huge, huge deal right there. But more importantly, I took my general feat and I just chucked it. I just threw it in the bin. I said, Steven, give me something that represents Hap's bloodline, making her less human than she was before. So I have no idea what's going to happen, and I'm very excited to see.
Well, I purposely gave you something that will make Hap very excited, Lauren very, very excited, and everyone else unbelievably annoyed. So it's perfect.
Oh yeah, also I'm a master in performance. All performances, not just dance, but I get +1 at dance. So if you put a violin in my hands, I will give you a concerto by myself. Like, that's how this works.
Pretty cool.
In fact, I'm going to tell Lauren what it is in chat, and then she can decide what she wants to do with it.
Oh, I just wake up with this knowledge. I feel like I'm capable. Oh man. Alright.
What did Otteron get beside Master and Eridan lore?
Let's see. Otteron also is now an expert spellcaster,
Cool.
meaning the DCs will go up by 2.
Very nice.
Otteron gained 4th level spells, and I will wait to reveal those as they come up. Otteron's now a master in occultism and a master in Eridan lore, again because of that additional lore feat.
So good.
And for the general feat, I took, where is it? Consult the Spirits, which Otteron is now going to be able to do a little ritual and learn some things about the area they're in. Pretty useful. So, and that requires mastery in nature, occultism, or religion. And I'll be able to use it once a day. Pretty nice feat. I forget where
That's
it was
really good.
from. Advanced Player's Guide. Yep.
Is that area as in region, or like if you're in a dungeon, you can talk to the spirits of the dungeon?
Just says place. So I think it could be a dungeon, it could be like a forest, could be a cave system.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Dungeon, what are we supposed to do? Dungeon GPS coming online.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
specifically, Otteron has it now for occultism. So, occultism allows you to contact lingering spirits, psychic echoes of the departed dead, and spirits from beyond reality, who tell you about things like strange auras, effects, or the presence of unnatural occult beings.
That's cool.
Seemed fitting.
That's
Seems
really
cool. Different. So, yep.
And Darius can just punch things real good.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, let me tell you,
I'd love to hear it.
my general feat, I took Die Hard because I need to not die. Let's get that straight. Living is great, and we want to continue to do it for as long as possible. My level 7 monkness of, yes, weapon specialization, 2 extra damage with weapons and unarmed attacks, which I am an expert, and I am an expert in my unarmed attack. Or at math. I don't think I'm master yet. Well, I'll have to look that up. And then, Path to Perfection. A success with my Constitution saving throw becomes a critical success instead.
Oh, good.
Which is huge.
I'm sensing a theme. We have Master of Reflex, Alhara,
Hmm?
Master of Fortitude, Darius, and then Atron's like Master of Will, right? Maybe? I don't know.
Did they get a bump to their saving throws?
No. I forget when that happens.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Darius. I was
That's fine.
just excited. I was like, ooh, I sense a theme.
That is the theme. I am expert in my strike, so I get that +2. And that's it, yeah.
That's awesome.
99 hit points.
And
Can't
what
go
about
wrong.
your medicine? Now you're a Master of Medicine.
Am I? Oh, look at that. I'm a master at medicine, +16.
Ooh.
I could, if I chose, and I likely never will, to roll a DC 30 check
Wow.
to give people a 2d8 plus 30 hit point heal.
Oh, you need to do that. You definitely
It's only
need to do
you'd have to
that.
roll a 14 or higher. That's no good in the way.
No. Well, if I
Rob
and to
rolls.
critically fail,
Yeah.
I have to roll a 4, which a 4 or less.
Is 20% chance? Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, no thanks. That's never going to happen. Sorry, everybody.
Well, not at this level. In time, you can just
In time,
In
yes.
time. Yeah, in time.
That's a lot of hit points, though. I mean, that's
Yeah,
really
it
good.
is, sure is a lot of hit points until 2 rounds of criticals hits me and I'm down to 3.
That's true. And look at you, and you got 99 hit points. You're so close to triple
I know.
digits. So
I'm
close.
so close.
Whew.
Not quite, though. Not quite. Okay. Everyone's got a whole bunch of stuff.
Whole bunch of stuff.
It's too much stuff.
Let's go to the temple immediately because I, in real life, have been waiting for like 3 months or something to
All
hear
right.
what these old men have to say. I have to hear it. I have to hear it.
Let's go.
And
Well,
by
you're
we,
going
I
with
mean just me
You
and Alhara.
You and Alhara.
We're having a girls' day out because, yeah, that's why.
All right.
Okay. Alhara and Hap. And Riley. Not all girls.
That's right. Riley can be pretty, though. He can be so pretty.
Sure. You put a bow on Riley. Okay, you go into town. You see your monastery buddies once again. HOH. How. Henry, Hendrik, and Ulrich.
Ah.
And they're like, oh, goody! Hap is here! Hap is here! Oh, Hap! Oh, Hap!
Hello,
we might have
Hen-
answers! We might have answers!
What?
Can you do your trick? We've been waiting all night. I don't think anyone's got any sleep. Oh, by the way, are you totally opposed to the killing you and raising you? Just want to check that one last time.
Well, first of all, good morning to you three, Henry, Hendrik, and Ulrich. It's nice to see you again. But second of all, no, don't treat me like this. I'm just 16. I don't want to hear that you want to kill me and study me.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh, it's for science. Science.
No, we're not-
Fine,
we're not-
fine.
We're not doing that.
Oh, and yes. We did not forget breakfast. Look! And there's all these pastries and bagels and lox and onions and tomatoes.
Oh, are you guys gonna eat all of that?
Oh, that's for you. That's for you.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
And they even have a nice big juicy bone for Riley. Lots
Oh.
of meat and juice on it.
I'm just gonna dig right in. I'm not gonna think about it at all. This isn't even a little bit suspicious.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, you do that. Now, with that,
Make a fortitude. No.
now they're waiting for you to do it. They're like looking at you as you're eating.
Oh yeah.
They're like, we don't mean to rush you, but we can't wait. Let's
Hat's
see.
got her cheeks full and she's chewing. Oh yeah, hold on. And then so I'll take my right hand and I'll like ball up my fist. I'll put it to my chest. I'll concentrate. and activate the reflection of life.
Okay, you do that, and they're casting all these spells and taking notes and whispering to each other. It's Aerodin himself has touched you. Oh, they're all excited. They're like, oh, and they actually
my brother
see
could have
that.
done this for you.
Says, yes, but in fact, it's just confirming some things about us. Yes. They're very excited. They're taking copious notes, and they explain to you, that is definitely a gift from Aerodin. You literally have God's will inside of you. That is truly remarkable.
But, like, don't all the clerics have God's will when they cast their spells and stuff?
Are you a cleric?
Well, no.
Exactly! You managed to literally have a piece of Aerodin's will inside you that you can access whenever you wish. And since Aerodin is no longer with us, that's very impressive. Indeed.
So maybe some of Aerodin is in his towers?
Maybe Aerodin might live in a way. At least through you.
The real Aerodin was inside us all along.
Huh.
Well, inside you two at least. Fascinating.
Strange.
I wonder if we could go there and get a piece of this.
So are you guys done with my baby clothes? My dad gave those to me
Yes,
last week, and I really want them back.
Yes. And they give it back to you, and it's all neatly folded and little bow on it.
Oh,
Like,
thank
here
you so
go.
much.
Yes. So we did some tests, and we had to research it, and we think we figured out where you came from and who and what
Really?
you are. Yes. So explain to me your affinity with fire. Tell me a little bit about your history with fire.
I mean, I wouldn't say I have an affinity. I just kind of, it's almost like a muscle with me. Like, you know, if I want to move my arm, I move my arm. If I want to throw fire, I just throw fire.
I see.
I can get tired, like if I do it too much, like I get wore out, and I just don't have the energy to do it anymore.
Oh, okay. And one final request. Do you mind, and there's like candles on the tables, like if you put your hand over the candle, does that hurt?
I mean, not normally. I'll put my hand over the candle.
Do you mind putting your hand in the fire? Does that do anything to you at all?
I mean, it's just a little candle, right?
It's little. It would do
Yeah, I
nothing.
mean, okay.
You put your hand in and you literally don't feel anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel anything. It's warmer than this cold place, and that's nice.
Oh, well, this confirms it. Yes. Are you ready? We have declared that you are a geniekin.
What?
What?
What's a Geniekin?
Geniekins, they're mortals that usually come from elementalists such as Afrits or Suli or Sylphs. And you obviously have Afriti blood in you.
What's an Ifriti?
So, can she grant wishes?
No.
I wish for bacon.
Alhara pulls bacon out of her pocket, like wrapped in paper.
I am a genie.
No, nothing like that. I mean, maybe later when you get access to all of your powers, who knows? But I presume you have things like fire resistance, which you showed us, and I was able to detect that these clothes were created in the city of Brass, the largest city on the elemental planes. It overshadows and overflows even Absalom itself.
Wait, so it's next to Absalon?
No. The city of Brass is on the elemental plane.
Ahara, what does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. Is it like a city that makes a lot of brass, or is the whole city made of brass? Well, no, elemental planes. So there's like other weird places. Like if you can imagine like a place that's all made of fire, or all made of water, or all made of air, or all made of, I don't know, bacon. There's probably an elemental plane of bacon. I don't know how this works. These are Otteron questions.
So, I'm from
As
a
far as I
place
know.
that's all made of brass.
Apparently.
No. Here, let's back up a little. So there's all these different planes. There's a ethereal plane where things like spiders come from. Those are pretty common.
Alhara
I'm sure you've heard
shudders.
of those. There's also elemental planes, such as elemental plane of fire, or water, or air, or earth. Just like Alhara said here, the elemental plane of fire is made of mostly fire and obviously very hot, and creatures such as Afrites and salamanders and other elemental fire creatures live there. They would consider that plane their home. It is no different than this city here. In fact, their cities are larger and more advanced and older than ours. So it looks like that one or both of your parents, probably one, came from the City of Brass. The City of Brass is just a large city that exists in the elemental plane of fire. So, yes, it looks like you're part human and part Afriti.
Oh gosh.
That's kind of wild.
So what's gonna happen to me?
Nothing bad. They're like, oh no, this is a gift. This is a gift. You get the best of both worlds. You have your human characteristics, which you obviously have on the outside, but also inside you have the fiery blood of an Afriti. Always a little different. Some have inner fire, some have amber eyes, some have lava soul, where they can actually manifest as magma and molten rock. They're all a little different.
That would make a mess.
I don't think I can do that. I'll concentrate real hard and see if I can become magma.
That would be really cool. No, you can't become magma. They say, no, since it's only happening now, which is about right, hitting puberty, is where many of your abilities start to manifest. But here, I want to try something out with you.
Is it to kill me? Because I already told you we're not killing me.
No.
Then, did Mistress Dusklight steal me from parents who wanted me?
That we don't know. But obviously, it was difficult to determine your lineage, as you're mostly human in appearance, and these would be abilities that don't really manifest until you're much older. But yes, you do have, I would say, subtle Afriti elements to you. We've seen some Afritis that literally glow with skin that looks like molten rock.
That would be cool.
We've seen some that possess horns and tails that are actually made of fire.
Am I going to grow a tail of fire?
Most likely not, but we do notice that you do seem to have a little bit of fire in your hair. We wouldn't be surprised if your hair maybe became more like fire, and eventually you have a glow of fire around you.
That's weird. I don't like that.
Why? You're in the circus. This is something beautiful, something that everyone would want to have. Everyone want to be with you. Everyone want to know who you are. It's so impressive, don't you think? And they're like, oh, yes, look at that.
It's also kind of neat. At least you know a little bit more about where you came from.
So, meta here, Hap doesn't like it. Lauren likes it. Hap doesn't like it. I don't want to look like a freak. I don't want people to give me weird looks when I go down the street any more than they already do.
Oh, that's right. You've only been to this part of the world, right? You're only 16. I hate to tell you that this part of the world, walking around with flames on your head, no one would even bat an eye when you go to the larger cities. And being a successful circus such as you are, I'm sure you're surrounded by many unusual people with all sorts of looks. Am I not wrong?
Oh yeah, being in the circus. This is easy.
Exactly. And as you get more and more popular and you go into larger and larger cities, having flaming hair, you're just going to be one of the crowd.
Maybe it'll be a +2 to performance checks.
Maybe. Even a +3.
Oh shit! I'm on board now, baby!
Oh my gosh.
It's funny because it's like the most useless of all the skills, and it's like the main thing I'm going for.
That's pretty funny.
But they do an experiment. They're like, oh, this is what we want to do. They bring you to a room, and then they say, okay, we're going to walk into this room. Well, everyone come into the room, and And it's like a room, and yeah, it's very dark in the room. And they're like, okay, we're just going to close the door. And they close the door, and it's completely pitch dark. And they're like, okay, Hap, like, spin your hair around, like, do a little dance.
I will make a performance check with my +1 for dancing.
Okay, there you go.
Is this the right token? I think so. I think this is the right token.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
should
it's
be
level 7.
29
Woo.
on a roll of a 9.
Wow, it's pretty good.
Master.
Yes.
My
So
gosh.
you dance around, and sure enough,
Oh.
in the darkness, you can see flames appearing around you, almost as if you were glowing, and more in your hair and around your arms and legs. But you definitely can see like a faint glowing outline.
But does
Of
this
fire on
beat the
you.
will DC of all the onlookers?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
It's your will DC, huh?
Oh boy.
11. 21. Oh, yeah, you destroy it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
destroy all of them. So what happens?
You've seen her mystical dance before, but something about the way that the light catches it, and that the way it almost creates light from somewhere between being flame and looking like flame. Something
What?
about it just hits you in your soul. You spend an entire round just being fascinated.
So after everyone being transfixed by your dance, they snap out of it. They're like, yes, that definitely confirms it. Probably could have saved a lot of time and effort just having you do this in the beginning. But anyhow, yes, you definitely have a fruity blood in you. And what made it so difficult is that it's very subtle. Very subtle. But I imagine over the next few years, it looks like it's going to show up very subtly. It looks like your skin will probably stay the same, and your affinity to fire will only increase, as will your ability to withstand fire. And more importantly, it looks like your hair and maybe some of your hands and feet might have some fire-like ability as well. What, I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like it just sort of glows. Of course, it will make it very hard for you to play hide and seek in the dark. Yes. But other than that, it's quite nice. You are your own flashlight. You never have to worry about being scared when you go to sleep in the dark. That's right, because you can always see. It does have its advantages, yes.
Wow. This is all a lot. I don't know. I thought you'd come and tell me that my parents were merchants or something.
They could have been merchants.
How are they going to tell that from your...
I don't know what I thought. I just wanted to be normal, okay?
Oh, they could be merchants. City of Brass has many, many merchants. It's a beautiful city. And now you'll fit right in.
But, Henrik, is there a way I could track down my birth parents? Maybe they miss me. Maybe they loved me.
That would most likely be reliant on a few things. One, perhaps if you get some limited wish or wish spell to find out more about your history, or perhaps Mistress Dustlight would give it to you.
She's going to Absalom. Maybe, yeah, but she wouldn't do anything for me.
Well, she is a businesswoman. Everything does have a price, you never know.
Maybe if I raised some money, or gave her something that she
You don't
couldn't buy.
Maybe we don't want to give her anything.
But
It's
I need
horrible.
But I have to find my parents if I can.
Yeah,
Well-
but I don't know. There might be other ways than dealing with her.
Yeah, a limited wish. That's the best I can do is a limited wish right now. I'm not fully grown. Do you get it? Genie humor?
Genie humor. I'm like, but you're a genie. You can just do a wish.
Ah, that makes sense, yes. Maybe you can wish yourself into knowing who your parents is. Why don't you try it now?
I don't know how this works, but I really feel bad about that. I don't think I want to try it.
Okay. Well, you could also go to the City of Brass, although I do warn you, it is rather large and complex. So I imagine this is something that will take some time. I would think maybe talk to Madame Dustlike. Maybe she can give you a little bit of history on your history.
Book 3, The Circus of Wayward Wonders goes to the City of Brass.
I'm gonna have to talk to Dad about this. Wait, is that rude of me to talk to Dad about this?
I don't think so. I think you should use everything in your power to find out where you're from. Except working with Mistress Dusklight.
So you don't think I should send her a letter or something?
No, she's horrible. There's got to be another way besides dealing with her.
Oh, she's the worst, but the devil you know, right?
Not necessarily. Maybe you don't have to deal with a devil at all. I'm just
glad I'm not a devil.
But that's true. It could have been worse. See?
Hendrik is in the corner looking up a book and says, "Ooh."
What?
He just said, ooh.
I know. I don't know what that means. Is it a good ooh or a bad ooh?
Do you got any more of that pocket bacon?
Hold on. Checks a few pockets.
It sounded like a bad ooh.
I have a buttered biscuit from yesterday morning.
Ugh, that's the worst. I'll take it.
It's only a little bit stale.
It's fine. I'll reheat it.
Hendrik looks up and says, "Well, I'll tell you, Hap, if you do decide to go to the City of Brass, you might want to wait a little while because, according to my notes and my little elemental almanac here, the City of Brass does have a population of 6 million people. So, it's rather large,
Oh my goodness. It sounds like maybe we need to find a big wizard to make a wish for us.
Well, there might be a way they can trace your ancestry. I've heard of such magic before.
You mean level 23 and me?
Yes.
I was thinking so hard trying to come up with a pun for that. It was so hard.
If you're going to be level 23, you might as well just use Wish.
Yeah,
Level 23, who gives a crap who your parents are? You're everyone's mommy now.
How else do you make a genealogy pun? Like, in the fantasy world.
Geniealogy.
Oh, god damn it!
Come on.
So
Jeez.
no! I can't believe I missed that.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. I'm working with amateurs.
What a cell phone.
Oh.
Well, we're glad we were able to solve one mystery. Of course, it looks like it opened up about 50 other mysteries, but at least now you know who you are, where you came from, and what you'll become. Hopefully you'll get some solace from that.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, and I still don't. I just have so many questions.
Well, if you wish to stay here, we can continue to study you. And of course, you have access to our vast library, although it mostly centers on Eridan and his teachings. We don't have a lot about the elemental planes of fire and City of Brass, but we have basic teachings here and probably enough to at least get you started.
Oh, actually, yeah. Is there any way I could, just bring a book about the City of Brass back, and then I'd bring it back to you when I was done with it? Okay, this might be I think this is too cool. I have to ask. And I know it'll be forever before it's relevant. Can we add Wish and Limited Wish to the Primal Spell list just for me?
We'll see.
That would be so thematic.
The whole reason I had to wait this long is because I needed the damn Ancestry book to come out.
Wait, is that a thing?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can we go back and add...
Yes, that was the whole point. That's why I was waiting.
Oh,
Don't you understand? This is in the book.
Oh,
Mhm.
man.
This is official. This
And
isn't
it's
me
out?
making it up. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah, shipping. I'm sure you get mine soon, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
gosh.
can open my PDF right now and
I'm
drool
literally
over
looking
it.
through the PDF and reading from it.
Yeah,
So,
somebody send me the relevant infos.
It comes out on Thursday.
Oh.
officially.
I'll have to wait till it's out officially.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
Thursday.
It comes
somebody
out
send me.
officially on Thursday.
Then it should be up
Some
on
of
the
us have
inside.
had it for weeks, but yeah.
Oh.
It's it's actually the Geniekin is in there and the Ifrit is in there. So take a look at it because this is official.
Yeah.
Like this is now you can now choose. You don't need me to do it anymore. You can
Ifrit's a
do it.
full race?
Yes. Well, technically,
No, it's
Geniekin
not
is the full ancestry.
It's an
Geniekin's a full
ancestry.
ancestry.
And then
Okay.
all the
Yeah, it's an
others have
ancestry.
large detail.
All right.
They each get a few pages.
I'll go through there and I'll pick it all out.
Yeah, it's not what is it called? They're not
It's not an ancestry, it is a heritage.
heritage.
Right.
That was it. Heritage.
Oh, you add it to something.
Yes.
Like you add it to
Yeah,
human
right.
or something.
So
It's like
you can-
tiefling.
Right. So you can be an Ifrit human or a Ifrit halfling or a Ifrit half elf, whatever you want. So you are going to literally be an Ifrit human.
Okay. You know
So-
how, like, if you take tiefling, but you don't take any tiefling feats, you're kind of like a watered down tiefling? I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to take this and then only take those feats and be, like, really strong in the blood.
Well, you only get them first level, 5th, 9th, 13th,
Well,
17th.
and
She's gonna load up
The
and
one
become
ancestral
the most.
paragon.
Right. An ancestral paragon. So by now you could have
Yeah. And what I
3
mean is, like,
different ancestry.
I won't take any of the human-specific feats. Only those
Oh, I
feats.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting, because I wanted to use the official rules, and they have them. So I was like, okay, this makes my life a lot easier. And I was actually very close. What I was going with was very close to what they wrote anyhow. So I was like, oh, I already...
I
'cause
just
you were kinda
figured
there.
I just figured it'd be fun to purchase the mystery bag. So I was like, I'll buy the mystery bag every month. Give me a subscription service.
Yeah, well, you still have the mystery bag, but now you have definition. with
It's
the
not a mystery bag if I'm picking it.
You don't have to pick it, but I presume at least for these, you can still do the other ones. I can still pick those for you, but this is the
Oh,
actual. Yeah. Like if you still want, but it's no longer because before you had adopted ancestry.
Yeah,
because
just
that was the
random
closest
stuff.
we can do. But now it's actually we can go back and do a little retro.
That's awesome.
I was also waiting for it to come out officially in all the books, and it'll make it easier to build your character.
I can Archives of Nethys.
I can link you to where Archive of Nethys has it once they load it up.
Yeah, I'll just do
It'll
that.
probably be up by this weekend,
Probably.
I imagine.
Yeah, I think they get everything ahead time now.
Oh, they get it. Yeah, they get it.
Yeah, I really liked the book. It was really impressive.
No, this is probably the best. Every time they come with a book, it's like, this is the best one. And then like, next
Yeah.
week, no, this is
I
the best
love
one.
ancestry guides. I think they're so fun.
Well, this one is, there's too much. Like, I actually went through, I'm like, okay, there's actually, because then there's, the heritage was genius, because the heritage is like, oh, you want to have an animal heritage? Sorry, you want to be half rhinoceros? Well, heritage. Now you can be half any animal you want. We don't need to make half rhinoceros, half bear. You can just make, you could be a beastkin, and then just choose an animal.
Definitely going for half rhino. What's that
And you can do it.
from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, that guy, yeah. I know.
It's either Bebop or
Rocksteady?
yes.
Steady.
Not for this campaign. Like Darius is not going to all of a sudden find out. My God.
Hey, it's a theme. Everyone's half something. What do you know?
Oh my God, my nose really hurts. Boink! Ah!
After Thursday, I want to hear what your favorite thing from that book was, though.
Flesh warp.
Oh right.
Ew.
That's in there?
Yeah, you could
God,
be a
yeah.
flesh.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Rare.
Aren't those, like, the worst?
Yeah, that's what makes them the best.
Now you're half the worst.
Oh, they're so bad.
Is Ifritikin uncommon?
Yes.
I was hoping it was rare. I was like, man, I get to be special.
You are
Well, no,
special. How many
it's-
Fridi can you think of walking around?
It's uncommon.
It's uncommon, so a handful.
Yeah, you'll never see him.
It actually doesn't have a thing. It just, I'm looking, it doesn't actually.
That means it's common.
It's on page 101. It's listed after where it says Ifriti Heritage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, uncommon. Yep, uncommon.
For the ancestries, they put them up in the title of the section, and then for the heritages, they
see.
put it
Oh,
where the
okay.
heritage is listed because that's where the rules relevant information is.
I also like the Android, but I always like the Android.
That's the
It's
thing.
my
Oh, yeah, I
favorite.
heard about that Android. Yeah.
Androids are very cool. And rare. Androids. All the rare ones. I do like the rare ones.
How
They're
come mine can't be rare?
not? Because there's 6 million Afriti. There's more Afriti than there
Yeah.
are humans. That's the scary part. There's
Really?
Actually, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They're not uncommon. They're just uncommon on the prime material plane. Like, put it this way. The city of Brass has a population of over 6 million people.
What's Galarian have?
They're
The-
not
the-
all
the-
Ifriti, but
No. 3 million are Afriti. The city of Absalom is 350,000. That's the largest city in the world. So there you go. Or at least the city on this part of the world.
Absalom has to be like 10 million people.
No, it's 350,000.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Absalom. I meant Galarian has to be like 10
Oh,
million
yeah.
people.
But just the city of Brass, there's way more. The elemental plane of fire probably is 10 times more Friti than everyone else in like the prime.
Well, I mean, they
material
live
plane.
there, right? Like, that's where they're from.
It's a huge plane. Like all the prime material planes are way bigger than yours. Good luck finding your parents. That's all I'm saying. The whole funny thing is they have like the biggest bazaar in the world or in the universe.
I
So
heard
I'm like,
about that. Yeah.
So like good. I'm like, yeah. You know what it's like? It's like Myth. Did you guys ever read the Myth series?
I don't know that
Seems
one.
like something you would read, that Rob T. Seems like something you
It
would
rings a bell. I think. Oh, did I get the book for Christmas? I think I
The
might
Myth
have.
series by Robert
Yeah.
Asprin.
I might have gotten the book. I had maybe in my Christmas.
Well, that's
gift
like a big
pile.
part of it. They go to the Grand Bazaar, which is like the entire planet is a bazaar.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
really cool. That's like a big part of the book. It's like
Those are
literally-
my people. I will open up a bazaar and sell salted nuts.
There you
Yes,
go.
That's all it is.
Nuts for nuts.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat 3-Ring Adventure, a Pathfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember to extinguish any flaming party members.